Boulder's top stories this week. Staff studies Diagonal Plaza redevelopment. Stand Up for Kids works to end youth homelessness in Boulder. And the community gets a taste of Pearl. Hi, I'm Natalie Wood. The City of Boulder is once again taking on the question of what to do with the Diagonal Plaza, an aging shopping center at 28th and Iris in North Boulder. Over the years, the center has experienced high vacancy rates and declining business. On April 26th, City Council learned that staff is recommending an incremental approach to exploring redevelopment opportunities. The recommended steps include continued communications with existing property owners and stepped-up contact with possible developers. Economic Vitality Coordinator Liz Hansen has reported increased interest from potential developers in recent months. Staff believes these developers may be able to provide input that could help shape a well-developed strategy in the future. Staff asked Council for direction to conduct a blight study that is expected to cost $15,000 to help determine whether this location would meet state requirements for urban renewal. Council agreed that designating the property as a blighted property under state requirements would provide additional financing tools for future redevelopment of the Diagonal Plaza. However, Council said that such a designation without a clear plan to move forward on urban renewal would send the wrong message to the community. Council also expressed concern that such a study could be premature given the increased interest from potential tenants. Council directed staff to proceed with next steps in evaluating the redevelopment of the Diagonal Plaza Shopping Center, but said no to conducting a blight study of the area. In other council news, Boulder's elected officials agreed April 26th to allow mobile food vendors to operate in certain parts of the city under a specific set of circumstances. As we reported last week, staff presented an ordinance that attempted to strike a balance between startup businesses that are looking to create a new food culture in Boulder with brick-and-mortar restaurants that have higher overhead costs and concerns about unfair competition. The ordinance will take effect on May 26th. Research about Boulder's energy future is underway, with consultants and energy experts from around the nation working on reports to advise Council and the community on the decision-making process. Inside Boulder News has another weekly update from the advisors on the changes and opportunities Boulder faces in charting its energy future.
We're coming in as kind of legal regulatory consultants and helping the city deal with some strategic issues. There's a whole lot of studies going on, and we're going to be working with both the staff and the consultants to put some reports together to integrate all of them, put a really coherent business plan together for the city council to consider on whether or not it wants to localize its power resources. The challenge, one, is the time, it's a short time period. A big challenge is putting everything together in a way that makes sense for the city and for the council to consider. The opportunity is to gain control of their energy resource for a very, very long time. I think that each city is different, each situation is different, and circumstance is different, but if the city's able to develop the information it needs, I think it's just a tremendous opportunity for the city to ultimately gain control of its energy facilities.
My team will be working on helping the city put together the results of all of the other consultants' work and developing a strategy on how to inform the council's decision based on those survey results from the other consultants. The opportunity is to look for a way to meet all of the city's energy goals as they've been set out by the citizens of the city and by the city council. And obviously there will be some challenges around finding ways to do that in a way that's both has cost impacts or lessens the cost impacts on the city and its citizens, as well as meets all of those goals, which are, great goals for the city to have, but will have their own challenges in each one.
The city is looking forward to receiving the results of this hard work. Preliminary reports are expected to be presented to Council on May 10th. In the meantime, tune in to Inside Boulder News to hear from more of the city's energy advisors next week. Youth homelessness is a rising concern in Boulder and around the nation, and a national nonprofit group is hitting the streets of Boulder in hopes to end that cycle. Stand Up for Kids will have its 16th annual 48 Hours on the Street campaign on Friday, April 29th through Sunday, May 1st. The Boulder chapter of the organization will reach out to homeless youth in the city by searching alleys and abandoned buildings. Youth that are found in need will be provided with services such as showers, nutritious meals, a place to sleep, and fun activities and games. The idea behind this event springs from the statistic that within 48 hours of ending up on the streets, 50% of homeless youth will turn to prostitution or crime in order to survive. Stand Up for Kids Boulder chapter volunteer Kristen Gossett explains the importance of getting youth off the streets and what you can do to help.
The first thing that I always notice is how scared a lot of them seem. They're scared, they're tired, they're hungry, they haven't been sleeping, they haven't been fed, they haven't been showering, and they've been in hiding, really. So when we see them, they're just looking for somebody that's not going to hurt them. They're looking for somebody that doesn't have their own agenda, that isn't in it for a selfish reason. And we're always looking for new volunteers. As a volunteer, you can choose to work on a street outreach team where you go onto the streets and you would find kids. You could also work at our center, facilitating whatever we have going on that night at the center. And then we always need more people for, behind the scenes type of stuff.
Stand Up for Kids hopes the program will inspire future efforts on streets across the country. You can visit the organization's website to learn how to get involved in 48 Hours on the Street, as well as ongoing activities at the Stand Up for Kids Boulder chapter. Bon Appetit magazine named Boulder 2010's foodiest town in America, and downtown Boulder is eager to show people why. On Sunday, May 1st, the community is encouraged to attend the Taste of Pearl. The town's most well-recognized and award-winning restaurants will prepare food for attendees to enjoy as they stroll along Pearl Street. Some participating restaurants include Black Cat, Brasserie 1010, and Central Latin Kitchen. There will also be tastings of distinctive Colorado wines from wineries like Settembre Cellars, Snowy Peaks Winery, and Boulder Creek Winery. A portion of the event's proceeds will benefit the Emergency Family Assistance Association, which is a local nonprofit helping people in Broomfield and Boulder counties meet their needs for food, shelter, and other basic necessities. The delicious event is taking place from 2 to 6 p.m. Tickets are $52 and can be purchased on the Taste of Pearl website. That's all the time we have for this week. You can connect with Inside Boulder News on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for City of Boulder Channel 8. I'm Natalie Wood. Stick around for more Inside Boulder next.